Hi everyone, I want to talk to you about one tiny little word that has a huge number of uses. Firstly, the pronunciation. In British English, you're more likely to hear it as due. In American English, it's more likely do. But I've heard both, and even due. Now for the meanings. Well, there are lots of them, so let's start with due as an adjective using to. This form has two uses. The first and seemingly most common usage of the moment is to mean because of or as a result of. For example, there are now considerably fewer COVID deaths due to wider vaccine coverage. Although due to is similar to because of, they can't really be used interchangeably. That's because due to is an adjective using a preposition and because of is an adverb using a preposition. This means they modify different parts of the sentence. For example, the crisis started because of Putin's invasion of Ukraine. Here, because of modifies the verb start. Or, the crisis was due to Putin's invasion of Ukraine. Here, due to modifies the noun crisis. Basically, if a sentence has a version of the verb to be, use due to. If it doesn't, use because of. Another usage of due to is to refer to events happening at a specific time. Here it's like using going to. For example, Russia and Ukraine are due to enter the fourth round of peace talks. If we use the word due on its own without to, it can mean expected, appropriate or suitable, and deserved. When it means expected, you could say, my homework is due tomorrow, so I'm rushing to get it done. Or, my wife's baby is due in April. This can also, by the way, be called the due date.
For those of you who haven't checked their calendars, today's my due date.
Or we often say use due care and attention or due diligence. Use the appropriate level of care. And if you say that something will happen in due course, you mean you can't make it happen any quicker and it will just happen when the time is right. And with the meaning of deserved, we can say with all due respect, which is a phrase that's often used just before someone says something that is actually not very respectful.
But this isn't a place, with all due respect, like Iraq or Afghanistan that has seen conflict raging for decades. This is a relatively civilized, relatively European, I have to choose those words carefully too, city where you wouldn't expect that or hope that it's going to happen.
Well, I guess we should give him the respect he's due. As is evident right now, everyone has been influenced by their country's propaganda in some way, and he has apologised for saying it. So, yeah, credit where it's due. Due can also be used as a noun, and here it has two meanings, both related to owing or deserving something. The first is to mean someone's right, as in something that is humanely expected for them. For example, we can only hope the victims of war get the justice that is their due. Second is to mean money or debt owed to someone. For example, I've paid my dues.
I've paid my dues, time after time.
And finally, due as an adverb means directly or exactly, and it's used like so. The river runs due north for about a mile and then turns south. So I hope that clears up this very short but pretty complicated word. Peace, see you soon.